Hi Libra, welcome to your mid-month reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check out your other placements for additional messages. As this is a general reading, messages may or may not apply. Just take what resonates and leave it doesn't for the next person. I can be picking up on someone around you, someone you could be dealing with, so you can swap the roles. And we're going to be taking a look to see into what messages need to come through for you guys based off the current energy or what you guys can expect down the line. Get some insight with some guidance and overall see what's going on for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. I hope you guys are doing well. If you guys are interested, you can check me out on my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, let's jump right into this reading for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Based off the current energy, end of the month, what is going on for my Libras, please? Any messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? For the end of the month, what is going on? What do they need to know? Be mindful of, aware of. Any messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the end of the month, end of July 2021. Any messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the end of the month? I'm just really trying to shake it up because this deck kind of feels stuck right now. So, messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the end of the month, July 2021. Good. Messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We got the elk coming out, earth energy. Messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We also have the rabbit. That's interesting because the rabbit did actually pop out when I was prepping this deck. And I was like, And here we go again. Okay. Now, let me just get one more. One more for Libra. Owl. Oh my god, and this card too! No way! The rabbit and the owl both came out when I was prepping the deck, and I was like, okay, whatever. Because those are the only cards that came out, and I was like, okay. And the fact that these two cards came out again, that's how you know it was meant to be. Ooh. So, Libra, end of the... So, Libra, end of the month, end of July, early August, whenever you come across this, honestly, it doesn't matter. Time is fluid. It's irrelevant, okay? But it looks like the group I'm picking up on, some of you might be experiencing a little bit of anxiety when it comes to the future and the unknown and the direction you're going down. There might be a lot of uncertainties and maybe there's some worries about where you're going and what you're doing and, you know, trying to come up with a plan except you don't really know what to plan for. It's like you have so much on your mind. You might be feeling a little bit overwhelmed. I feel like what would benefit you the most is organization and writing down like a list, a to-do list. Some of you might be needing to just like take it step by step, day by day. You guys might be way ahead in the future worrying about what you're going to do a month from now, a year from now. It's like you guys are needing to be more in the present moment and, you know, just focusing on what you have here right now, because when we get anxious about the future, we're not being in the present, right? We're worrying about what things could be, except it hasn't happened yet. Really, what we have control over is the present moment and what we do right here, right now, the action we take. That really does determine our future. And so I know it doesn't take away the worries and the stress and what if this and what if that. I get it. Like, we all have those days. We all have those moments. But to try to remain grounded with the elk coming out, you guys are needing to try to remain grounded in the present moment. So maybe some of you have some strong earthy placements. If not, that's all good. But it's about you guys needing to try to be more present and in control of your thoughts, okay? It's like there's two parts of you right now. It's like you got the fear side, the ego, versus the soul saying, don't you worry, little rabbit, it's gonna be okay, it's gonna work out, just take it nice and slow. But the just opposite energies, right? Elk is nice and slow, right? They don't rush. Rabbits, they're gone. Like, they can run real fast and jump, you know? So it's like there's a bit of a clashing energy. It's like slow and steady or run fast. Like, take it nice and slow, right? Just move at a nice, slow, solid pace. It's gonna be okay. I think right now it's just about you guys needing to get more organized, set some small goals for yourself. Yeah, it's like you might not know what exactly you're doing or the direction you're heading down, but just try to set some small goals that you can accomplish, you know, for the rest of the week, the rest of the month, little intentions you'd like to set, things that you'd like to accomplish. Like, try your best not to get worked up. And when you feel really worried or anxious, get yourself into some sort of activity that puts you in the now. right? Some of you who just needing to shut up for a day, just like a day of silence. I'm just saying, that's the advice for the rabbit. It literally says that in the book. It says day of silence. So some of you maybe just need to check out for a moment, kind of go into Four Swords mode, do not disturb, take a moment, time out for you just to rest and recuperate and gather back your strength up. I think you guys are working towards something. You've been working towards something that's been taking a while to get off the ground, and maybe that's why you're a little bit anxious. Like, you're like, where are my results? Like, where are my fruits? Hello, like, what's going on here? And you're like, should I come up with a backup plan? Like, there's some worries, there's some anxiousness, but we have the owl that came out, and the owl is actually a very blessed card. It's about trusting the unknown. Owls, they see very well in the dark, right? And night owls. So even though there might be a lot of darkness and confusion right now with where you're at and where you're going, it's about needing to kind of just feel your way through and trust your intuition. The owl is a very spiritual card, and your intuition will guide you. Now, maybe some of you are having a hard time connecting with your intuition because your mind is racing, right? So it's like you guys are needing, like I said, get grounded in the present moment. Try to practice mindfulness with the things you're telling yourself, and try to quiet the mind a little bit. And that's going to take some practice, and that's going to take consistency and patience, and it's not going to happen overnight. You can't just like flip a switch and okay, your brain is silent. Like, it's going to take a while. It's going to take some time, but definitely I feel like breath work would really help you. There's many different techniques. You can just like look up some videos on breath work, and I think that would be very positive for you guys. So that's just a message coming through, is like, do some breath work. Really just focus on your breath. It doesn't even have to be for very long, like 5-10 minutes. Like, just really commit to that. And when you do that, you're not really focused on anything else. You're focusing on your breath, right? Putting you in the present moment, also making you realize if you're carrying any tension in your body or whatever. Like, you're really just in the moment. Like, you're focusing on how you feel, what your body feels, that kind of stuff. So I highly recommend that. But yes, so the owl also talks about some sort of gift or blessing coming your way. So this may be in a spiritual form, right? Like, just having that sense of knowing from within, your intuition just kind of guiding you. This may also be material form of a gift, like money or some sort of gift. So just keep that in mind. Like, there's going to be something that's going to help you along the way on this journey. There's going to be some sort of like good news or something that's just going to confirm, like, okay, my fears are just my fears. It's nothing to worry about. I'm going to be okay. It's going to work out. I need to just have trust. That's kind of what I'm feeling from this. The owl's just going to, whatever it is that's coming your way, whether it's a spiritual form, maybe it's a dream that you have, where maybe like a loved one comes through, and like, which happened to me actually a while back, like not that long ago, and I was like kind of in this mode a little bit, you guys, and I had this dream of someone who I really care about. They are no longer here, and they actually like told me like this very important message, and I'm like, oh my god. And when I woke up, I was like, I needed to hear that, like, thank God. And that was kind of like my little confirmation I needed. And so I feel like some of you are going to be receiving some sort of like confirmation, or something maybe physical or spiritual, right? But it's when you'll just know. It's like confirmation for whatever it is that you've been kind of confused about, unsure of, anxious of. Like, there's going to be something that confirms for you that what you need to know, or like, you'll get some sort of confirmation, and that's going to be different for everybody, but whatever it is for you, you'll know. Okay, so let's pull some tarot messages. Let's see what's going on for you guys based off the current energy. What's going on for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? What messages do they need to hear? Any messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, month, end of July 2021? What's going on? What do they need to hear? Any insight, wisdom, guidance for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, end of July? Any messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the end of July? Any messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the end of July 2021? Oh, okay, I think this deck's like pretty much ready. Is it upside down? No, just making sure. This is a new deck, by the way. Messages for Libra, we have the Knight of Cups. This card came out as well. This is so interesting. I'm like, wow, already like 3 of the 4 of the cards that came out, they came out when I was prepping these cards, when I was shuffling them and just mixing up the energy, right? Knight of Cups. And it's interesting. I was really drawn to the starfish in the corner. Now, the starfish, The starfish is actually in the animal spirit deck, and the starfish does talk about insecurities and worries and concerns, and this might be about a relationship, this might be about how you feel towards someone or a situation. There might be some sort of like insecurity, or even again what we were just talking about with the rabbit, those anxiousness, those worries and concerns, but like that you'll be receiving some sort of confirmation. Some of you are just in fantasy land, in like a dream state, or like some of you might just be feeling very like low energy. I don't know, this is just kind of what I'm feeling intuitively, picking up on just like the imagery of this card, like almost like you're in a like daydreaming, like why am I repeating, oh my god, what is going on? It's like I'm like in a daydream right now, like what the fuck. Like something about your imagination too is coming up. Let me just see what else needs to come out, because those are just some things that I'm immediately feeling that's coming to mind here. Messages for Libra, Sun, Rising, Venus for the end of July 2021. Two of Pentacles. So there's some sort of decision here. And it's like almost as if you have some sort of decision, Libra. You're weighing out your options. There might even be a little bit of drama that you're dealing with in your home life, personal life, or in relationships. And so it's like you have some sort of choice. And maybe that's what has you so anxious. You don't know what to choose. And so it's almost like with this Knight of Cups, ignore the romance. Maybe this is a decision in romance. It's like you guys are daydreaming the possibilities. Okay, if I chose this direction, if I went down this path, if I did this, if I accepted this, if I said this, whatever that you're trying to process, and you're weighing out your options. Like you're imagining what would happen if you decided this thing, and then you're also imagining, okay, well, if I decided this, what would happen? Like you're kind of like speculating and trying to really figure out what direction you're moving down. You're a little bit confused, and so that's why it's so important when it comes to this decision to remain balanced and remain grounded. Okay, there's a little bit of uncertainty, and oh my god, the rabbit and the rabbit the rabbit that just came to me, the rabbit and the rabbit, really. Okay, so you're anxious about a decision. There's a decision that you have to make, and you're anxious about it. That's what's on your mind. At least that's what I'm getting right off the bat. We'll see what else needs to come out. Messages for Libra, Sun, Rising, Venus, second half of July. We have the Six of Swords. That card did come out as well. And the Ace of Swords. Okay, nice. So, looking like you guys are getting a clear understanding as to which direction you need to go. Now, moving forward for making this decision, it's not going to be a straight road. I feel like it's going to be a bit of a bumpy road. Nothing too bad. Like, it's positive and it's movement in the right direction, but it's not going to be smooth sailing, okay? So, again, it's about you guys needing to remain grounded and balanced and flexibility, Remain grounded, but also remain flexible. You don't want to be stiff, because there's going to be some sharp turns. That's just what I heard. There's going to be some sharp turns. Oh, beautiful. We have the Nine of Swords reversed, the Moon, wow, and the Ten of Swords, and the Two of Cups. So this might be about some relationship. Underneath the Two of Cups, we also have the Ten of Cups. So there might be something revolving around like a relationship or your family, home life, friendship, romantic connection. That might be coming in play here in this situation, but that's just some extra messages. Don't want to be here forever. But that's really positive, the fact that we have the Nine of Swords reversed. So that anxiousness, those worries, those fears about what am I doing, what direction am I going down, it's like it's initial. You don't feel this for very long. I feel like it passes quite quickly, especially when I was talking with the elf. I said elf. What is this? Is it a cosmetic brand, or are you talking about Christmas? What the hell? Anyways, the elk with a K, not an F. The elk kind of speaking to the rabbit. It's almost like this is your intuition coming through, like, hey, calm down. Let's get in the present moment. Let's take some deep breaths. It's going to be okay. Let's just weigh out our options here. Let's look at all perspectives. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here. So it's like you guys daydreaming, kind of trying to figure out what to expect or what you should do, weighing out a decision here that you're a little bit anxious of, but then it looks like you guys get some sort of clear perspective on like exactly what it is that you need to do. You're cutting out any distractions, any worries, any confusions, any anxiety or fears. I do feel like what was getting in the way of this decision was fear of making the wrong. Wasn't that in your last reading with the fairy deck that I used? What was that name? It was Andi? was it LD? I don't know. I can't remember the name, but it was green, and it was actually Libra's card, and I was like, no fucking way, like, this is literally your energy. And I think it was about, I don't remember what your last reading was about, but that card came out either the last reading or the reading before that. It was about making a decision, and you guys were like kind of confused, unsure of what to choose, and kind of going back and forth, being a little wishy-washy. I ain't gonna lie, Libra, there's a little bit of wishy-washiness. It's like you're either, you know exactly what you want, or you don't know at all. It's just like, where do you want to go to eat? You know, you're on a date with someone. Where do you want to go to eat? Oh, I don't know. You want to eat at this place? No. You want to eat this place? No. You want to eat at this place? No. Well, then where do you want to eat? I don't know. It's like, oh my God, just make up your mind. Just make up your mind. Anyways, it looks like you will make up your mind about whatever this decision is. And you're not so afraid. Like, once you are certain with the decision, then that's it. Like, you're firm, you're ready, you're set on it, like, you've weighed out your options, you looked at all perspectives, you're not so concerned or worried about the outcome anymore. You're kind of just surrendering. And look at here, the moon. Like I was saying with the owls, like, even though you may not see the full thing right now, it's kind of dark, needing to trust your intuition, needing to feel your way through this, and your intuition will guide you. Pay attention to the signs, symbols, synchronicities, right? And the moon coming out, Piscean energy. Some of you could be connecting with the Pisces, but to connect with your intuition. We also have a full moon coming up. What's the date today? 21st. It's Wednesday. We have a full moon, I think, on Friday. Yeah, Friday, and it's the full moon in Aquarius. Some of you may have Aquarius in your chart. We actually we have a lot of air. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, sorry, 4. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4. Okay, I can't count apparently. So we have the full moon in Aquarius on Friday. It's also a pretty good, important time to reflect back to February. If you set any intentions back then, or whatever you might have been going through back then in February, like this recent February, this last year, there might be some themes playing out or wrapping up, because we had the new moon in Aquarius back in February. Now we have the full moon in Aquarius, so there's going to be some sort of like a wrap up or completion of certain chapters or cycles that were going on back then, or getting some sort of closure. That's just coming through again. I just read into that yesterday, so I just wanted to pass on the message because we got that full moon coming up. Anyway, so that's just that might be relevant for somebody out there. Let me look at this for a second, because these are some new cards. We have music coming through. So, some of you could be receiving a message through music, right? Maybe that's the confirmation, right? This owl, because not only can it be tangible, it can also be spiritual. I was saying dreams. The moon also talks about the dream space too, subconscious, but the underworld, but also how often we get messages through music. How many times have you had a song pop up in your head and it would not leave your mind? Normally there's some sort of message in there. There's something linked to the song, whether it's a memory or a person, or if it's just like a lyric in there that maybe it hits home with your situation or it means something to you. Like, normally music really does carry through with certain messages. So just for the week ahead and really moving forward, if there's a song that pops up, highly recommend looking it up or listening to the song or looking at the lyrics or both. Like, it's coming up for a reason. And if the lyrics don't resonate, or if it's something that means nothing to you, maybe there's like a memory or a situation or a person tied to the song that you think of. Maybe it's something to do with that. Like, there's like some uncovered little hints, little Easter eggs that you guys are needing to pay attention to. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And then we also have the Ten of Swords. So completion of a chapter, there's definitely something that has wrapped up or come to an end. Maybe this is relating to this decision that you're making. Like, once you make your mind up about a decision, this wraps up a cycle. Like, you're starting something new. We have the Ten of Swords with the Ace of Swords. So something's coming to an end here, and something new is beginning. And some of you are just fearful of the unknown. Straight up. You guys have grown a lot, though. You guys have learned from past mistakes, past situations. You've learned lessons, and maybe you guys could even be revisiting or looking back at certain things, you know, looking back to a time where you went through an ending. Maybe that's what you could be getting clarity on, an ending, getting answers. What else was at the bottom? Sorry, 2 of Cups, 10 of Cups. So there's another 10 out here. So we got 2 10s out here in this read. And the King of Wands. So perhaps whatever this 10 of Swords is about, this ending that you could have went through, maybe it wasn't recent. It could be recent, but I don't know. I'm kind of getting more past energy from this. For some, you're releasing yourself from, or like you're working on healing from a ending. And whatever this ending was could have been revolving around friendship or family. Because even when we look at the cards, okay, so we had the King of Wands, the 10 of Cups, and the 2 of Cups. The King of Wands, he's actually looking... Oops, I didn't mean to drop that. The King of... Oops, I didn't mean for it to fall in reverse. The King of Wands, let me just hold 2 at a time. He's looking back at this 10 of Cups. He's looking back at the 2 of Cups. You see this? He's looking back at these times. And then, if we subtract the 2 from the 10, that's 8 of Cups, which talks about walking away. Right? So perhaps, you walked away from something and you're looking back at whatever it is that you walked away from, and there's something that maybe you could be getting answers on or clarity on or helps you moving forward. I don't know. Extra messages. Take it or leave it. Lots of blues coming through in this spread. But yeah, so basically, just kind of summarize this reading, it's like you guys have some sort of decision coming up. You're a bit anxious as to what to choose. There could be some sort of drama-related thing going on in your life, and it's just a bit overwhelming. You guys are needing to remain grounded, in control of your thoughts, practice mindfulness and awareness. You're going to be getting some sort of confirmation that will help you make the best choice for you, whatever that is for you. You will know, you'll have this sense of knowing deep down. Connect with your intuition, connect with what sits right for you in your gut, right? Follow that. And that might take a while to uncover, to really dive deep and figure out what you're being called to do or what you're needing to decide on, right? And so I do feel like with this Knight of Cups, perhaps it's about a relationship, right? But what I immediately felt from this is like daydreaming, or like, playing out scenarios in your head that haven't even happened yet. And then again, that would explain why you're so anxious about the future, because you're thinking about all these possibilities of the what ifs and what if this, and really getting wrapped up in your head because it hasn't happened yet. And so you're like, well, what's going to be the outcome? I don't know what to expect. Is out of my control, balls out of my court, right? But it's just kind of like about surrendering to the outcome and surrendering to what's out of your control, because at the end of the day, you can only control yourself. You can't control anybody else, and you just got to do what you got to do. Yeah. Lots of different messages, but I do think that you guys will get a clear sense of knowing as to what direction you need to move down, and you won't be so anxious. So if you're feeling this anxious energy right now, or recently, or you kind of later on, this might come up, it will pass, and you'll get the confirmation that you need that will help you make the right decision, right? You'll have this clear perspective, okay? So, let me get a fairy message for you guys. For Libra, summarizing. Wow. Oh, wow. Honesty literally just flipped out. Honesty. Some of you are needing to be honest or speak your truth or communicate something with that Ace of Swords. Maybe you've been holding yourself back from communicating something or getting something off your chest, right? So you're weighing out your options, like, do I say something or do I just shut up? Like, that might be something, but needing to either be honest with someone or being honest with yourself. And if that's the case, that would help you feel much freer if you got something off your chest. Like if you have something to say, or a confession or something like that, or there's something on your mind that's bothering you, maybe you need to talk to someone, like being honest, I think that's what's going to help free you. Honesty, being honest. If there's been some sort of drama, or just an example, because this Two of Pentacles in this deck can sometimes talk about bit of petty childlike drama, needing to just be honest with how you feel. Number 40, okay? I'm going to get the book for you guys. Honesty, number 40. Honesty, compassion, tact, and self-deceit. Just look at him. Could you doubt for a moment that he sees you just as you are and loves you anyway? In platform, which is how we may see him most often, honesty makes lovely purple flowers in the spring and later on produces those silver white circular seed pods, like small images of the full moon, which we have the full moon and the moon coming out. We got the full moon in Aquarius coming up, right? So maybe with this full moon coming up, it's like you guys are needing to unleash your honesty. Ooh. Anyways, these little these little earth moon seed pods remind us to reflect upon our reactions and feelings, and to throw light into our darkness, and to deal honestly with ourselves and others. Honesty in a reading speaks unsurprisingly the need for straightforward dealing and truth in representation. We need to be honest here, making certain that there is no room for confusion or misunderstanding, no fuzzy edges. Both written and verbal agreements need to be completely clear. Assumptions may not be well understood by all parties as we're assuming, and they need to be tested for comprehension. On a personal level, honesty reminds us to not only be clear in what we say and do, but to also act and speak with compassion and tact. Brutal honesty is not usually true honesty at all, but somehow slanted toward the worst. Dishonesty, and even the names of tact, is not helpful either. Balancing on that fine line of loving honesty may take some effort, but will provide rich rewards. Honest humility and clarity of mind are some advantages of honesty. Honesty asks if we are truly being honest with ourselves. We may think that we are, but finding honesty standing on its head in a reading indicates we might as well be deceiving ourselves in some way. The human psychological mechanisms, repression, denial, projection, displacement, etc., may be in play. We need to look carefully at our attitudes and beliefs, especially where our emotions are strongly involved. We may even need objective, clear-sighted assistance from others in looking at this. Self-deceit leads to anxiety, confusion, and a complicated life, and behaving with unfairness or injustice to oneself or others. So, even when it comes to those fears, right? Are you being honest with yourself, or are you just really getting worked up and telling yourself all these what ifs just to, I don't know. I don't know why you'd be doing that. I mean, sometimes it just gets the best of us. Sometimes we lie to ourselves, though. Sometimes we make excuses. So, I mean, honesty, ties definitely in with this Ace of Swords, and just needing to see things exactly as they are, right? With yourself, with those around you. Say how it is. Don't need a sugarcoat, but you don't need to be an asshole. Okay? Okay. Oh, my ear is ringing, so take that as confirmation. Yes, now it's gone. Alright, let me get a couple Tikashi messages for you guys to wrap this reading up. Oops. Any Tikashi messages for Libra, Summer Rising Venus for the end of the month? Any Tikashi messages for Libra, Summer Rising Venus for the end of the month? Please show me clearly. Any Tikashi messages for Libra, Summer Rising Venus for the end of the month? We have, let's get into it. Simplicity and Tikashi messages, thank you. Transformation. Well, transformation ain't so simple, so that's kind of funny. So, simplicity. Simplify your goals, unclutter your life, surround yourself with the ease of straightforward living and being. No mountains out of molehills needed here, just tell it like it is. I just said that, just say it how it is, right? No need to sugarcoat, but no need to be an asshole. Just say it how it is. Be sincere and clear in your dealings with people, which literally honesty said. So if you got any discussions or documents or phone calls or I don't fucking know, man, just make sure communications are clear. Be sincere and clear with your dealings with people, and you will be rewarded with trust, recognition, and honor. Transformation. Transformation is a gradual process. Look back and see how many changes you made for yourself and how many changes have occurred. I was kind of feeling that energy with that Ten of Swords, like, you know, kind of looking back at some past experiences where you may have been hurt or maybe did some hurting, whatever. Thank yourself for all the steps you've taken. Now may be the time for a giant leap of faith, or you may be ready for a journey into the unknown. The owl talked about the unknown. Let go of the past, be free to move on. Renewal of strength and revitalization is upon you. Call upon your heart energy to see you through your transformation. Right? So that compassionate energy. Alright, so Libra, that is what I got for you guys for this reading. If you guys found this helpful or insightful, please let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe. You can always turn on the bell so that you're notified when I upload in the future. If you guys are interested, you can check me out on my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.